So I want to talk about how we can mobilize the mind, our mind, to heal our body. If you guys are going through medicine or medical treatment, then you're doing, from my perspective, the right thing by being here as well, meaning combining not only the medical paradigm, but the more complementary or integrated paradigm into your treatment plan. In other words, you're going to get the best of both worlds, and that's ultimately the goal. My personal understanding, I've only been doing this for 22 years, working with cancer patients almost exclusively, whether it's in hospitals here in the Boston area or online support groups and otherwise. My understanding is that there is a healing equation, and we know that cancer impacts more than just our physical body. Cancer impacts us mentally, emotionally, some of us spiritually as well, which means that applying the treatment or the remedy to just one specific level or dimension of who we are, which is the physical dimension, is incredibly important, but it's not the whole solution. It's a very important solution because that's where the crisis is most visible. But we are a living, breathing human within this physical body, and our state of mind, as you will see, or if you would like to explore for yourself that big word psychoneuroimmunology, you would see that what the data states or what the science command us to do is to recognize that there is a direct correlation between our mental and psychological patterns and the functioning of our immune system via the central nervous system. So I want to get a little bit into that because I think it's a precursor to what we're going to do here today. For me, the healing mindset, or the recovery mindset, I should say, is a mindset of embodiment. And it's not that everything is within our realm of control, but a good chunk of it, mainly the part that has everything to do with our mind and mindset, that's to a great degree that's within our control, the realm of control, and we can do a lot about it, and we can do a lot of good to our body. And when we are going through a significant challenge, like a health challenge, where our life has changed dramatically, where our identity has been compromised or altered from someone who's healthy to someone who's dealing with illness, then we have to assert some aspects of ourselves, learn how to strengthen ourselves as we go through what we need to go through, which is medical treatment. I really believe, by the way, that in this day and age, it is incredibly fortunate for us to live in a world where medicine is so advanced. More people survive their cancer today than any other time in history. This is important to say, a great part of it due to modern medicine. It's not perfect. It's not a written down story. Every day there are new discoveries that rewrite the book. So if doctors would have been a little more humble about it and not pretend that they have all the answers, that would be fantastic. But for the time being, we're going to take what we can from that world, and we're also going to integrate other modalities that we feel resonate with us, that help us increase and grow our resilience, or just our ability to thrive. So whatever that means to you, it's welcome, and you should feel incredibly empowered by taking or playing a greater role. You should not feel ashamed, not by medical practitioners or family members who don't necessarily share your beliefs and your mindset, and it's okay. They're not you, they're not in your shoes. What most of us have been taught to do throughout life is to assess danger and threat. We stress out, we fall into fear or anxiety for two main reasons. One is perception and the other is belief. We perceive a situation to be a certain way: dangerous, difficult, painful, a cancer diagnosis, check all these boxes. We believe that we do not have the inner resources to cope. So most of us have not had a training period building up toward a cancer diagnosis. For most of us, it has been a shocking discovery, and it throws us into a loop, mental loop. We fall into disbelief, into denial, into anger, into shame, into guilt, into variety of emotional states. These are all aspects of the mind. So we can work to strengthen ourselves as we work to address our mental state, the mind. And we've all done this before a million times. In fact, if you ever worried, then you know how to do it. And I'm saying if you know how to worry, because many people, when I say, well, you already know how powerful is your mind or how to activate that path that I'm referring to. And they say, no, I don't. I've never had that experience. So usually I say, well, you know, if you've ever worried, you would have that experience because you essentially focused your mind on a future scenario that isn't here yet. You have focused your mind, you have zoomed in on a certain possible outcome that hasn't happened yet, that isn't here yet, that has nothing to do with your current experience, and you are able to focus on that scenario to the extent that it impacts you mentally, emotionally, and also physically. Because when you fall into despair because of these perceptions, because of your ability to focus on what might go wrong, when you do that, you trigger the stress biology within your, or the stress cycle within your biology, and that has a detrimental impact on your experience and your ability, your body's ability to really heal and recover. So this is significant. You already know how to do that. We just need to learn how to do it better and in the proper way, so that we can get better outcomes, better results.